Next, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Samiullah Sir for gracing our event as the guest of honor. Dr. Samiullah is the CEO of Mega Group of Institutions. He is an engineer and management graduate. He has been a consultant and advisor to many companies, medium and large, and educational institutions. Over the last 22 plus years of his experience, he was involved in system analysis, strategic planning, the design, application, and implementation of various international projects.
Dr. Samiullah has been associated with Manipal Group for the last 25 years and is also currently on the board of a couple of companies both in Asia and Europe and a distinguished senior fellow in various institutions, trusts and foundations. He has delivered keynote address in several conferences and has also led business delegations to many countries across the globe in his various stints. He has also been involved with major Fortune 500 clients and 400 plus schools and colleges. He has also authored a few award-winning books and is a regular contributor to various publications, journals, magazines, and appears on various TV channels.
May I request our dear principal, Dr. Ritu Chauhan ma'am, to felicitate our guest of honor, Dr. Samiullah sir.
ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಸಿಇಒಗಳಾದಂತಹ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಸಮಿಯುಲ್ಲಾ ಸರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಬಯಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಆತ್ಮೀಯರು ಶಾಲೆಯ ಗೌರವವನ್ನು ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಬೇಕೆಂದು ಈ ಮೂಲಕ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
Today is not only just a celebration of achievements, but also a momentous occasion where we unveil a special book, The 7 Secrets of a World-Class School, 7 Steps to Achieve Excellence by Dr. Samiullah.
This book is a result of Dr. Sami's rich experience with opening a successful group of schools which has immensely benefited many other schools from his practical knowledge. His visionary mindset consistently challenges the status quo. He's quick to point out specific problems and uncover solutions, turning from the undesired to the excellence space.
I request all the dignitaries, Sri Sudhakar Pai sir and Devraj sir, to join us on the stage for the unveiling of the book. This book outlines the 7 secrets that can help schools develop capabilities and drive growth to become world-class leaders. As the market requirements rise, a school must become a more adaptable, innovative, and responsive organization that is future-ready. Thank you, dignitaries. Now I request Dr. Samiullah sir to enlighten us with his insights and wisdom.
Good evening, one and all. Let me first start with expressing my heartfelt gratitude to our chief guests and stalwarts in the field. Krishnappa sir, who had come, he actually came to the school and he got an emergency call and he had to rush to his constituency. We do miss him, but he'll join us sometime later if possible. And our chairman, Mr. Sudhakar Pai, for sparing the time, precious time, and making themselves available for this memorable occasion. I thank our principal and the school team for organizing this book launch event. To speak about the book, it's actually a very special book that I had to write. I have written a couple of books, but this is very special. It gives an outline. It's actually it's a culmination of my 25 years of experience in the education, helping a lot of international schools in India and abroad, how to achieve excellence and how to become a world-class school. So all that, I brought it into this book, which lays out a lot of strategies. It lays out systems, best practices, innovative curriculum, how to implement the teaching learning processes, pedagogy. So all these I have laid it out in this book, and it's for school leaders basically to how they can transform their school from a good or a normal school to a world-class school. And for your information, much of it has already been implemented in this school. Actually, I penned this book thinking that I can't go everywhere. There are approximately around more than 10 lakh schools in the country. So I thought if any school takes it and they could benefit, the ultimate beneficiary would be our citizens, our young children. So that is the whole purpose of making, and it's almost doing well now. Dear parents, let me tell me a little bit about. Sir is already informed. He's given a little purview of what exactly happened. How we started this school. It's basically he as you know, he's already having a couple of schools and few of them with 100+ years. So he had a dream. It says every right dream requires a dreamer. And like how he said, he had a dream. He had a dream of having a world-class school. He had a dream of giving the best education. He had a dream of opening 200+ schools. He had a dream of creating global leaders. And that's how the school actually started. We made a beginning, and subsequently we have expanded in a couple of other states as well. But the dream was basically to make sure how we implement the best education, the education of tomorrow, the education of the future. So this was the whole purpose of this school. As you know, we are known for education. Much of it we breathe in education, we breathe out education. It's like 24 hours job for us. There's no holidays. Unlike any school which is owned by a businessman or a real estate agent, this is pure educationists who run these schools. You have been watching, I think, many of you for the last 4 years. We keep adding as many features, as many components as possible that could benefit our students. We are going to add more for next year, and what is going to be for third year, 2 years ahead, 4 years ahead, we've already started the planning. So the plan is required, firstly, to make sure that the chairman's dream comes true, and also to make our children future ready. So there's a presentation of what we have done in the last 1 year. Principal ma'am will be taking that presentation. And also she'll give a glimpse of what we will be adding for the next year. So this will lay out a thought in you, what exactly we are doing and how do you want to sculpt, how do you want to carve out our students for the future requirement. As you know from the World Economic Forum, it says 60% of the jobs that are going to be existing 10 years from now, are not there today. I just give you an example. We are talking about artificial intelligence, machine language, blockchain, cyber security. We are talking about data scientists. Last 10 years back, we had never heard about this. Okay, and that's there in existence today. Or similarly, if you say, what was there 10 years back? We're talking about typewriters, we were talking about STD booths, we were talking about many other like call centers. They are not existing today. The same thing will happen. So we ourselves, if we are an education institute, we should prepare our children for that future when they come out after 10 years. How are they going to see the world it's a jungle out there. It's dog by dog situation. So how can our students excel? How can our students become a leader? Today we are in a globalized environment. It's no more in India. We cannot talk about in Bangalore, in Kannada, or in India. We have to talk only about the global. We only have to have a global perspective. And that's where if you want to know, we have got 4 domain skills anyone can learn. That's called the holistic development, or we call it a 360-degree development. First of all, what we give to our children is the cognitive development. It is analytical, like you say, core subjects, it's literacy, it's multi-dimensional. So this is what we give. And there's a lot of hard work going behind when we are developing these systems. Then we talk about socio-emotional. I think we will give you a glimpse of what exactly we did in the last 1 year in terms of counseling, in terms of how we had to inculcate values into a child. So I don't know how many students go home and say what they have done, but we'll give you a glimpse, but we have done a lot of work in that area. We're talking about interpersonal skill, intrapersonal skill, extrapersonal skills. How do they have to behave themselves? How they have to manage themselves in the community, in the society. So this is all which is very required. Today, students have to go out. They cannot be in the home watching mobile all the time. So this is how we normally train our students. The 3 things that normally, if we are talking about how the students have to be ready for the future, is whatever you're teaching, whatever, it's core skills that we are teaching, how do they apply for their real life? How do they apply day in and day out? And that's how we get in experiential learning. If you see, much of our curriculum is focused on experiential learning. We have enough and more labs. We have language labs, we have maths lab, we have English lab, we have all labs. The reason here is, it's not the curriculum, it's the experiences that they get which they can apply in their day-to-day life. How they approach in a complex challenges, how do they take up challenges, how they can solve the problems, how they can be a critical thinker. So this is how we implement a lot of, to make them competency high. We implement communication skills. We implement, you have a bagless day. What is bagless day? We implement all these. We implement life skills. We implement leadership development skills. So these are all the things that we impart to our children so that they become, future ready. Then the changing environment. What is the capability when the environment changes? When things change, can they cope up very easily? Are they flexible? Are they agile? And this is all. Can they work under pressure in the future when the job is there? So these are all the many things that we try to make sure that we train or we inculcate these things in our students. Lastly, one small word of caution, parents. I know many of you must be saying, like sir was saying, only engineering and medical. No, these are not the fields anymore. There are many other things which are much better than engineering and medical nowadays. So if you really want to make sure that your child becomes the best, wants to become a global leader, till 9th, just allow them to have a holistic development. You have 10th, 11th, 12th, or maybe 11th and 12th for them to focus on maybe competitive exams. But till 9th, allow them to be holistic. Holistic also includes the physical fitness, health. It also includes a perspective learning. So till 9th is what we in our school look at it. We do academics. Academics is our core, but we also make sure that all these are done. We are getting international coaches. I think ma'am will dwell more on it. How do we, it's every day we have a lot of discussions, we have a lot of brainstorming and talk about how we can take our children to the next level. So these are all that we have planned. I think half an hour or so, we will have a good presentation by ma'am and the team, and that will give you a glimpse of what was the last 1 year we have done and what we are intend to do in the next 1 year. I finally conclude. Thanks for your patient hearing, and have a wonderful and pleasant evening ahead. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
ಶಿಕ್ಷಣದ ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಅಭ್ಯುದಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅತ್ಯಮೂಲ್ಯ ನುಡಿಗಳನ್ನು ನುಡಿದಂಥ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಸೆಮಿವುಲ್ಲಾ ಸರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದಂಥ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸೋಣ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸರ್.